We all have childhood dreams that we wish to accomplish as we get older. Maybe it's to go into our particular profession or be famous one day. Whatever it is, we all try to achieve that dream, but sadly life doesn't always work in our favor, and as we age, dreams that looked so attainable as a kid becomes a distant memory of childhood past.
So ever since I was young, I've always had a love of literature. I've loved reading. I've always enjoyed it. You know, when I was younger, I would play library or bookstore and things like that. And it's been a lifelong dream of me to always own my own small independent bookstore. And I've always said to my husband, if we ever won the lottery, the first thing I would do is buy a bookstore. Once I graduated from college and I was out in the workforce, it was just something that was always in the back of my head that I wanted, you know, oh, I would love to someday do this. Life gets in the way though, and sometimes those dreams get pushed even further back in your mind. Now I'm getting older, you know, over 20 years since I've graduated from college and had that dream first sparked. I just was getting to the point where you don't always think it's gonna be something that comes to fruition. There is a small bookstore in the town we live in, Easton, and I frequented there a lot. And over the summer, there was an article on Facebook that the woman who owned it, Trish Peterson, was retiring and selling the bookstore. So I practically jumped out of my seat. I was so excited because I saw it as an opportunity to chase my dream. I mean, I could have said, oh, I have 3 kids and, you know, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I don't have the time to open a bookstore, but I wanted to take that opportunity. If it didn't pan out, then, you know, I could look back and say, I tried. Whereas if I had never talked to her and never put that offer in, 20 years from now, I could be going, oh, could that have happened? Could that be me? So don't pass up on the opportunities that are in front of you. You know, take the leap, even though it can be scary, because you never know what will come from it. So when I saw the article that Mrs. Peterson was selling the bookstore and I put the offer in, you know, it was cross your fingers and hope. And just after having conversations with her and I forming a very quick bond and relationship together, just from meeting about the bookstore and her saying, you know what, I want you to take over. I feel that you and I are similar in many ways. It was just very exciting, and it was a dream come true that I never thought would come true. So I was, you know, I cried, I laughed, I jumped up and down, every emotion I went through. So the name of the store is Paperback Junction. It's been in business for 38 years. It started out as a used paperback store, so they only sold used books and they were only paperbacks, hence Paperback Junction. Now we've brought in new books as well, so we still sell old used books, but we also have new releases. We have classics, fiction, nonfiction, hardcover and paperback.
Congrats to Ms. Payon on never giving up, and for those interested, the bookstore is located at 619 Washington Street in Southeastern. With that being said, this has been Bryanna Graziano reporting for Code Blue News. Back to you in the studio.